Well, hello and welcome. I am Jennifer Hendrickson, the director of the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Twin Cities. And today we're going to cover how to effectively fundraise with Facebook. A few key takeaways that I want to cover that we'll go over is how to really lean into your why and why it's important to invite friends and family to the fundraiser. We're going to talk about different ways to update everyone that you've invited to the fundraiser on Facebook about Alzheimer's and dementia, as well as ways to update them on your fundraising progress. So at this point, you are registered for the walk and you're either fundraising or you're starting to fundraise. And so you'll want to go to your participation center, which I'll show you in a little bit where to get access to that, but you'll go to alz.org/walk and use your zip code to find your local walk page. You'll create your fundraiser through the participant center and connect it to Facebook. It's really important to create your Facebook fundraiser through the platform, through the website, so that the donations that you receive show up on your walk website. And then I always say most importantly is to invite your friends and family. That's how you can give them the most updates altogether. So you'll go to your walk website. Again, you can find that at the website above by searching your zip code. And in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a spot that says login. If you haven't registered, that register button is right next to it, but that login button gives you access. And if you've forgotten your password, you can hit the forgot password link below it. If you click login, it'll show the forgot password. And that's where you can enter your information to get access. Once you've entered your information, you will see a pop-up on the right side. It will kind of shrink the page over and you'll have a bunch of different options. You can use the social media link below, but I like to go first and foremost to edit my page. So you'll click that link and you will scroll down a little bit and see this share your page option. So what I like about the edit my page is that I can start by inputting my goal. I can update a photo. I can talk about my about section. And then it also reminds me all the different places where I can share my Facebook fundraiser. And I love the QR code. We're all using the QR codes more. So this QR code is specific to your walk page and you can share that on social media as well. So that's why I like to go to edit my page first and foremost, but the social media tab has a lot of great additional information and pieces on there. Super important to update, as I mentioned, your about section. So this is the piece that on your Facebook fundraiser, your friends and family can click on and say, why is Jennifer walking? Why is she participating in the Walk to End Alzheimer's? You'll see on here that my grandmother was diagnosed in 2020, so I'm walking for her, as well as many friends who have family members that have been affected. I also like to leave in the facts for how many people are affected across the nation and what this means for us in the future. I like to leave those in. And then I also like to add in the direct link, which you can find on this page at the top. You can create your own link. So I like to add that in to the bottom of the about section. There are some people that prefer to not donate through Facebook, even though they're on there. I receive direct text messages saying, is there another spot to donate? That way, if you keep the link there, they can go directly to your walk page and donate through the association. So raising the most with your fundraiser, there are a lot of tools you can take advantage of. As I said, and I'll go over in more in depth, is invite your friends and family. It's super important so they get notifications when you do updates. Share on all of your channels and make sure that you're thinking through, like, what do I use? When do I look at Facebook? And do a post then. We do have the Walk app, which is fantastic to add updates and posts. So if you're on the go and you have a minute of downtime, you can log in and share a post there. I'm going to also go over how you can go through and share a chapter page update, and then always get creative with your updates. People want to know what you're up to. So when you create your Facebook fundraiser, you have the option right away, and I would suggest doing it right away if you can, of inviting friends and family. So you'll see here that I invited over 600 people to my fundraiser, and that out of those people, 5% of the people donated. And I continue to update them. I continue to share progress. And when you invite people, it not only gives them the opportunity to see the updates you're sharing, it gives them a notification that you're updating your fundraiser, it pings them, and it gives them the option to share your Facebook fundraiser. So you'll want to hit that blue button in the middle on the right side, and then watch that count go up. The share option too, I had, a good friend share, my dad shared, and I had people that I didn't know who they were donated just because I was connected. So it helps create more awareness. So what are some updates that I've done? I decided that when we learned more about the drug that was recently on the news, I wanted to share. I wanted to say, this is amazing movement. So I went to the chapter page, shared that directly into my Facebook fundraiser. I love sharing photos. Photos are very eye-catching, and you can add in little emojis too. Those are fun to see. But when we were out at Target Field, when we were setting up, I shared in a post and I said, we're here, where it's the day before, we're getting ready, we're excited to see everyone, and we're still fundraising. And then I also talk about my goal. I'll share posts and I'll talk about how often I share posts, but I share posts about, my goal was to hit 2,500 this year. And when I was at 2,000, talking about how I was only $500 away, or that thanking everyone that donated, and still there's time to make a difference. A lot of walks will continue to fundraise throughout the end of the year. So matches can come in, and it's a great way to remind people, if you donated, reach out. So what I'm saying is, if you have a donor that's donated to your walk, you can reach out and share on your Facebook fundraiser to say, ask your employer to match that donation. And that can go to your page as well if you know if it's coming in. So what I love about the notifications, some people can be like, well, I don't want to do too many updates, and I want to get people's attention but not overwhelm them, is I always remember that I am sharing what I'm working on. My friends and family want to know what I'm doing, but also that I'm giving them a chance to do something good with their day. So if it's a $5 donation, a $100 donation, whatever that might be, it's giving them something good to do with their day. And we all need reminders. We're so busy. We're up there, on our phones, on our email, go, go, go. We need reminders. So that's what I consider it as. And I'll post a couple of times a week. You'll see I did, I think, 17 updates, maybe more. And I'm continuing even after the walk to do updates. So one of the updates that I did is I shared from the chapter page. And I love highlighting different research points because it helps bring awareness to Alzheimer's and dementia. But I also love highlighting our community members that are active and have participated in years. So you go to your local page, and ours is MNND. I'm in the Minnesota, North Dakota chapter. So you visit the page, and then you click on the little share button down below. So you find that post that you like and click on the share button. And sometimes you'll have to scroll down in this feed, but at the very bottom, there will be that share to a share to a fundraiser. And I love that this little button pops up that says what the post is about, and I can add to it. So I'm not just sharing a post, I can add my personal touch onto it and then click and share into my fundraiser. If you have multiple fundraisers going on for different causes that you're working on, it'll list different fundraisers. And then I talked about different platforms that you can show to. and I mean, share too. So you can make a difference through tweeting out your link, putting it on YouTube if that's something that you create videos for. I did LinkedIn and Instagram myself. And it's as simple as plugging the link into your Facebook fundraiser or your webpage for the walk and sharing a little bit about the activity that you're doing. And it'll live in your newsfeed so people can share that out as well. But grab more attention because I have different connections on Facebook than Instagram, than LinkedIn. So I want to make sure that I'm crossing all those channels. And one of the most important things, the very most important thing is to say thank you. We do all this work. We make sure that we're spreading awareness. We're posting updates. We're getting information out there about the disease, but we want to say thank you. So I talk about the event and how much fun I had and what we raised and that we did it all with the team. So I love to tag people in the post if they're on Facebook or other social channels. And I tag them because it posts up. You'll see right here, this is my dad's page. I tagged him in the post and said, thank you. And it shows up on his wall. So then everybody in his network sees that he donated to a cause and that he's participated and that there's still time and we're still fundraising. Something else I did something else I did on this post was that I posted my team members and I said thank you as a co-captain for my team. I wanted to make sure to highlight everybody that's working alongside me and that we show that this is a community event. We are reaching for funds to raise awareness and support and research, to make a difference for our community. And then it's not just done by one or two people, that it's a team effort. So where do I find my fundraiser the next day? When I want to share a post later and I'm thinking about it, you go to your homepage, you go to your Facebook homepage, and on the left-hand side, there's a list that says fundraisers. Once you click that, another page will pop up and it'll show you a list. So again, if you're working on multiple things, you're fundraising for multiple causes, you'll have a list, but you'll just click on your fundraiser down there. And I loved that it gave me that progress bar each time I clicked in. So it motivated me to do an extra post. And all of us walk managers love to talk all things walk, including social media. So again, you can find your local walk at alz.org/walk and use your zip code. But I also wanted to open it up to any questions.
Hi, Jen. This is Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
This is so very helpful. I've had a fundraiser, but I definitely did not utilize it to the best of what you've just explained. So I really appreciate all these tips.
Thank you.
And I was going to share something similar. So this is my third walk season, and I've done okay in fundraising. Last year I raised $300. Yay. And I really wanted to become a champion this year. And then Jen showed us these simple tricks and actually raised $1,000 this year. So
That's amazing.
I know, isn't that just exciting? And well, I'm currently at $800. I'm waiting for 2 matching gifts to come in.
More than triple is just fantastic.
Absolutely.
So think about what you can do next year.
I know.
But what I love about Facebook too is you can set the end of your Facebook to be 30, 60, 90 days after an event, and you can continue to post updates and share awareness. So for our walk specifically, lecanemab, the news on that came out after the walk. So I was able to share with that network, the 600 people that I invited, a specific post to say we are making a difference together. The donations that we're all contributing, that the work we're doing is making a difference for research for Alzheimer's.
That's great, Jen. I think I'm going to take that idea and make a post this afternoon.
I love it. Any other questions?
So do you also have a Facebook page for your walk? as well?
Yeah, we have a Facebook group. So this is
Okay.
just my individual fundraiser through my participant center.
So how do you ever incorporate your individual stuff into your group, or how do you do your posts in your group?
They're two separate things.
Okay.
Yep, two separate things. So posting to our group is sharing more awareness. You can share similarly to a, if you find a post, for example, on your chapter page that you want to share into your group,
Okay.
you go share, and then you go share to a group.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah. And it'll pop up a similar box. And if you manage more groups or pages, it'll have a list down below.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between sharing the link to your Facebook fundraiser on your Facebook page and sharing an update on your Facebook fundraiser?
Ooh, that is a really good question, Troy. So when you share the link on your Facebook page, it'll share an update to people who get an algorithm within, I might be seeing and clicking on my same friends, and I only see their updates at the top. But when I create a Facebook fundraiser and I invite people, they are more likely to be notified that I've done an update than if it was just on my page. So the notification, the reminders happen more frequently.
Just one more thing. Would you again describe why it's more important to make your fundraiser through your Alzheimer's page instead of just on your Facebook page?
Yes, so that is an excellent question. By going to connect to Facebook in your participant center, we are going to edit my page. We have lots of tips and tools in there, but by connecting it to Facebook, you are going to have that linked. So what that means is that when somebody makes a donation on Facebook, it will show up on your walk page. So your individual fundraising page for the walk will show Facebook donations. If you create a Facebook fundraiser, it will have to wait until after that closes out if you don't link it. And then there's a little bit of back end work to get it showing up. But technically that Facebook fundraiser won't show on your walk page if you don't connect it ahead of time. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks.
Thanks.
I did have another question. Do you link this as well to like LinkedIn? Or
yes.
do you? Okay.
So I don't link it to LinkedIn, but I share on LinkedIn. So this particular example, I decided to share about the walk that I'm doing and I'm participating in, and asking people to join us because I wanted our team to grow. And as the team captain, I wanted to recruit more team members. And you can share your individual fundraiser link from Facebook. You just grab that URL at the top, or there is an option to grab the link in the fundraiser. There's a little box on the right where you can grab the link and post it to any channel. So yes, I share that specific link out as many times as I can, as well as the one to my personal fundraising page.
So did you see when you did it to LinkedIn, did your Facebook account grow as well? Because I'm assuming you have some groups, some people in each group, right? Facebook and LinkedIn.
Yep, I have different connections on Facebook than I do on LinkedIn and that I do on Instagram. So when I post to the different channels, I do see different interactions.
Okay.
Great question.
Do they start crossing over too then? In other words, do they start, because I'm assuming you don't always link it in, share everything that you share on Facebook on LinkedIn, but have you seen crossovers coming into Facebook and friending over there to follow more, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I do find more connections. It's been for me the opposite. I'm finding more LinkedIn connections than Facebook because my Facebook has been around longer. But yeah, I am finding that I'm getting cross connections for my friends on the different channels. And one thing that I did this year, I don't have an example of it, but I went through and I found my alumni page for my university and I shared the walk page there. So just like this post, I shared that the event is happening, it's coming up, and I want people to come out and join me, and they could join my team if they wanted to.
Perfect. Yeah, I had not, I've kind of not united those two worlds, but since you're doing it, I think that I'm going to do that, because it definitely is a group of people that I have not shared stuff with the same way that I'm sharing on Facebook. So
I definitely keep it, I keep it more professional on LinkedIn,
right.
but I also, I'll share from like this post, for example, is I shared it from the association chapter page on LinkedIn. I went and found a post that I liked, so I knew there'd be a picture connected. I shared that post. I'm really big on sharing picture posts or video posts to grab attention on social channels.
Perfect.
Great
Awesome.
question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Other questions?